Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Aquarius Rising Africa, as well as Solutions with Aquarius Rising Africa. We're running concurrently today. And I just want to say to you, to Dr. Siddheshwar Chopra from Spooky 2, huge big welcome to you. I'm really so happy to have you with us here this morning, because you are quite an expert when it comes to the Spooky 2 home Rife machine, sorry. But before we go ahead, I want to just actually let people know. I mean, you've got quite a I want to call it a pedigree almost behind your name. That's what we'd say. But let me just tell you guys a little bit about Dr. Chopra. We're going to be talking about frequency therapy, which is like the new medicine. And you guys know I've been working with Spooky 2 for at least a year now, maybe even longer, and on their Rife machines. You guys have very generously gifted me the Myramate Mini, which has been working wonders. I mean, my mother has claimed it for herself. I was actually just saying yesterday, she had a bad fall outside my door 2 days ago, a bad fall, literally on her face, and her whole hand bent back. And we've been using the machine on her, and it's been amazing, actually, the little one. And I know that's the baby in the range, but wow, that little baby does a lot of amazing things. But let me just introduce you first, Dr. Chopra, and, just so we can let the viewers know a little bit more about you. Dr. Chopra has completed his higher education at Sri Sathya Sai Institute of Higher Learning, India, and then went on to complete a Ph.D. in experimental physics from one of the premier institutes of India, Birla Institute of Technology and Science in Pilani. You got 10 years experience of teaching physics at university level, and you have 25 publications, which is Computational nanoscience in international journals of repute. You work extensively with the subconscious mind, as well as emotional healing as well. So I just want to say to you, welcome, and thank you so much for joining me. How are you?
My pleasure, Shantil. And first of all, I really extend thanks for inviting me here, giving me an opportunity to explain about the frequency medicine as such. Okay, because what I believe, the basics are missing. People need motivation to get started. They want to understand the concept so that they can take next step in their life. People are suffering so much these days because of the wireless communication and whatnot, environmental toxins and whatnot. So you just name the reason, and more than that, emotional imbalances is another problem. And you must already be knowing about that. It's such a big problem everyone is facing these days. So much of stress, and in fact, one of the reason why I left my academic career, completely, I just stopped my academic career. I thought I have to do something for higher purpose in my life. So I just made a choice 2 years back that I'm out of the matrix. And during Corona, when people were struggling to maintain the jobs, I left my job.
Yes, exactly. I must say, I was a little bit annoyed when Corona came around, because I've been working from home, working online and from home since I'm 24 years old, and now suddenly everyone's doing it, right?
Yes,
I'm like,
yes,
come on, guys, you're all encroaching on my space here. But it's true. And you know what has been so amazing is that the pandemic, as I call it, has absolutely been such for so many people, even though I do see how it's dumbed some people down, right? But there have been those that it's really woken up, and we've been awoken to so much awful stuff that's going on. And I think it really is a time to take our health. Really, this is a time about taking, our health, our into our own
Absolutely.
hands and taking responsibility for our health as well. So I'm very glad. And I really, as I said, Spooky 2 for me has been an amazing, and I know also just a lot
Yes.
of our viewers over the
Yes.
years have bought these machines, and I've had a lot of
Absolutely.
very positive feedback from people about the machine as well. And I also just
Yes.
want to say, sorry, before we carry on, it is it's Black Friday sale this week with Spooky 2.
Yeah.
So, and especially you guys that are looking at purchasing your machine as well. So you can then use my name, Chantel Free, right? And we're working especially with the Myramate and the Spooky 2 Scalar and Rife machine. Those are the ones that are particularly on the black sale right now. So use my name, Chantel Free, and you'll also receive a free gift as well as your regular product discount. So it's really amazing that we can actually be promoting this product because it is amazing to see the results. But I'm going to hand over to you now. I'm going to call you Siddesh because I was saying to you as well, Dr. Siddesh, one of my best
Absolutely.
friends is an Indian, and her brother
Okay.
is also Siddheshwar. We all just call him Siddesh. So, Dr.
Okay, that's
Siddesh, over
good.
to you.
Thank you, thank you. So, Shantil, as I was saying, the Corona time, and after that, I should call it the time of awakening now. So, as you rightly called, I am a healer first. Okay, so it is the time we have to help the community to come up and understand what is beyond the conventional medicine. That is what our effort should be towards, and you are already working in that line, and I'm just starting to do that. So I truly believe that it's our duty to help others to come up. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay, so
absolutely.
I can quickly start with very basic concepts like everything in the universe, as per Nikola Tesla, everything in the universe can be understood in terms of frequency, energy, vibration, whatever you want to call it. Okay, so in physics also we have all the laws connecting energy to the frequency and to the wavelength. So this is a very known phenomena, and everything in the universe has a specific vibration. When I say specific vibration, everything has a unique vibration. So if you want to call, I have a sum of frequencies, you want to define Siddheshwar Chopra as a sum of frequencies, so those will be different from another person. Okay,
Yeah,
so you know we are all DNA based. Every DNA has different combinations, and with the DNAs you have multiple permutations and combinations. So you can imagine that is what we are individually powerful beings. Okay, we are vibrating beings with different frequency sets. So having said that, whether it is a pathogen, bacteria, virus, fungus, anything, it does have a specific frequency set, or maybe a single frequency, right? So if a person suffering from anything, any issue, any health concern, the main idea of frequency therapy is to find out what frequency is he suffering from. So mark my words, I'm saying what frequencies is he suffering from, because when we say finding those frequencies, or in terms of frequency therapy, we call it biofeedback scanning. So biofeedback scanning is of multiple types. So here, in terms of Spooky 2 technology, we have two kinds of biofeedback scanning. One is electrical based. Okay, one is when we are passing electricity through your body, and it
yeah,
is such a low current that it does not do any damage, or it does not create any disturbing vibrations. No, it's completely bearable because the current is in milliamperes. Okay, the current is very low. So one type of scanning in your body, which is the biofeedback scanning, is based on current. So we give infinite number of frequencies to the body, And now there are two techniques by which you can receive the frequency which is imbalanced in your body. So the
Right.
frequency imbalance can be derived by two methods. One is using your heartbeat, which is also called as heart rate variability test, HRV. Okay. So, you know, a simple example of this is when we are sitting with someone who is annoying, high levels of annoyance. Okay. So you will say, my
High levels
heartbeat.
of frustration, yes.
Absolutely. So that person, instead of understanding, he's creating, mental trauma for you. So your heartbeat is going to increase. Your heartbeat is going to be uneven. Okay. So that is rightly what Spooky 2 does to your body. The first method of deriving biofeedback based hits is based on giving infinite number of frequencies to your body and then receiving the response of your body through HRV. So the machine or the software, which is open source, by the way, that is why Spooky 2 is such a great modality in itself. So they have offered Spooky 2 software to be free, and they keep updating the software. Being a physicist,
Wow.
being a researcher, I know how painful it is to even collect the data. Forget about from where the data comes. It is a painful
Yeah.
task to collect the data, to put it into a bundle and make it a single software. Okay. So,
Right.
and that too, they are giving it open source. So they are not doing anything with that. So, and the software is so advanced, they keep updating it regularly. And what this software does is it will find those stressful frequencies with respect to your HRV variation, and it will give it as a list of hits on the screen, that that okay, these 10 frequencies are the most concerned frequencies by my body, right?
Right.
Whatever frequencies are derived by this method, the treatment is basically giving back the same frequency in your body.
Right.
Okay. So the same 10 derived frequencies are sent back with respect to your body. And then if it is stress related frequency, the pathogens are going to burst. Their molecular structure is going to burst, and pathogenic related issues are easily resolved. Okay.
Wow.
Of course, there are factors of how much duration of the treatment, right? There are few technical details which are not required to be discussed here, but the basics are whatever frequencies are determined, they are given back to your body. So this is method number one. Now, method number two for frequency determination is again electrical method. In fact, it is more electrical than the previous method, right? So the second method is we give infinite number of frequencies to your body, and then we measure what is the electrical response, electrical resistance between the tense pads. Say if I'm scanning here, we don't recommend scanning over the shoulders, by the way. We don't recommend that. I'm just giving an example. So if we are scanning in this area, so the machine is going to flood your area between the tense pads with frequencies. Okay. And then it is going to measure the electrical resistance in this area per
Right.
frequency, per frequency. So, and please understand this process I'm talking about takes only 7 minutes of your time, just 7 minutes. How cool
Wow.
is that? And then everything in your body, what is happening, what are the concern factors. Okay. So in just 7 minutes, it determines what are the, you must be knowing about the electroacupuncture field. It's very
Yeah.
popular.
Yeah.
So what they do is they take the acupuncture pen and then they keep checking the points and they find some sound being emitted, or some light, LED light. So according to that, they detect the points and they detect the issues. So Spooky 2 is way more smarter than this. They are just doing this, and in this area, you don't need to do anything else. Start the machine, start the biofeedback scanning, and it will give you a list of what not issues in your body. Okay. But having said that, it is not a diagnostic tool. It's not a diagnostic tool. The only thing it can give you is the frequency list, which is creating disturbance in your body.
Right.
Right? So I have been a professor. So we take care of the disturbing students first in the class.
Send them to the back. I was one of those students.
Absolutely. Just give them rest. Give them breathing space, to chat somewhere else. So Spooky 2 is giving you a list of frequencies, and you can check it is in the vicinity of within some percentage tolerance. You can see that which health conditions it is associated to. Okay. And some people, they have already undergone the medical tests. They would like to see the reverse lookup and check, okay, something, I'm on the right track. So usually we don't say that it is a diagnostic tool, but people who want to stick to a particular disease and completely treat it, then they have a look at the reverse lookup. Okay. So it's a complete module, starting with the biofeedback scan, finding the frequencies, and going for the treatment on your own, right? With very little training, you can get started and you can just start helping you and your family. And the best part is, you buy a device, it is for your entire family, or you do the
Yes,
business. It's one time
absolutely.
investment. And let me tell you,
Absolutely.
I have started my Spooky 2 journey in around 2016 maybe. That was the time when I bought the XM generator, and since then I have not stopped. I'm continuously evolving because there are so many things to be learned here, and they are also making new devices. So this was about the electrical measurement. Okay. The next type of biofeedback scanning is basically scalar based. So Spooky 2 scalar is such a wonderful modality, Chantil. It scans your aura. Okay, so you are not connecting any tense pads anywhere. You are scanning your aura, and
Right.
it'll give you the issues which are troubling you at physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual levels. It is such a beautiful modality. So
Wow.
that is a completely different modality. It is scalar based. And how does a scalar wave form? If two waves going in opposite direction and opposite phase, they collide each other. Okay.
Yeah.
So you have, scalar field formed everywhere. So you can get uh, the therapy sitting in the scalar field, and people are also experimenting these days with the Polaroid photographs. So you can also give treatment to a distant person easily. Okay, this is scalar based. Now coming back to your remote question, that is again distant healing. So when you get the basic kit, that is your XM generator kit, that kit will get you the blue generator, which is the XM generator, and you can do everything what I described just now. Other than the scalar work, you can do the heartbeat based scanning, biofeedback scanning, and you can do the treatment, and you can also send healing to anyone using the remote. So I do have a remote here. Just give me a minute.
I always find that very fascinating. I know, because that's one of the things we spoke about
Yes.
also before. And it was
Yeah.
that how you're able to work with the remote. Yeah, that's
Yes.
amazing.
So this is the remote, and then you can put your DNA sample inside the remote. Okay.
So what
So
DNA sample are we talking? A hair or a
yeah,
fingernail or
yeah.
skin or what?
So see, heavy metals are stored here. Okay. This is the area heavy metals are stored. That is why you get gray hair. So whenever I put all the DNA samples, how many ever possible. So we suggest to put fingernails, toenail, right? Uh, the hair from the root, okay? And then if possible, put blood and saliva.
Wow.
So all these complete your entire body. That is what I
So
prefer.
do you put all of that into the remote at the same time or only one either? I mean, or does it all have
I
to,
put
do you need
all.
to put
I
it
put
all
all. How many ever I
in?
can
Right.
manage. So we have a paper sticker, Spooky to when you purchase the machine, you get a stickers with that. So you can just fold it into half, okay, and then put the DNA sample inside and put it in the remote, okay. The best part
Right.
about Spooky to remote, Chantel, is you can treat multiple people at the same time. It's not just single person. Okay. So this is a
Wow.
business model for people, right? So you can put as many number of DNA samples possible in the remote till it is able to close. Okay. So
Right.
usually 10 samples are easily fitted inside the remote. No issues with that. Okay.
Wow.
So with
That's amazing.
the, yeah, with the other generator, which is generator X, that is the silver generator, that is the latest in their product line. This is offering you two generators in one generator. So
Right.
it is superior in biofeedback scanning, and it is very powerful in delivering molecular frequencies. So what do I
Right.
mean by that? Molecular frequencies?
May I just ask you, sorry,
Tell me.
Siddhesh, is it, does the person, let's say you're working with, you're putting DNA samples in to do remote healing. What is, does the person need to be around you, close to you? Does it matter where in the world they are? Can they be using, I mean, can you be helping someone across the world if they send you
Very
a
good.
sample of their DNA?
Yes, yes. Very good question,
Right.
and that is the most important thing with remote healing. That is why it is called remote healing. So you need not be connected to the device at all. You can be anywhere, and you can just have the DNA sample. As I said, people are even experimenting with Polaroid photographs. Okay, we don't have a good number of testimonials for that, but I do believe that should also work. And
Wow.
right, so you can get their DNA samples and you can provide them treatment distantly, no issues.
Wow.
And
Is it
what?
powerful?
Yeah,
I'm
it
wondering,
is.
is it as powerful?
Absolutely. See, there is a difference, right? So when you are doing the contact treatment with the TENS pads and when you're doing with the remote, we usually say that if it is a 1 hour contact mode treatment, then it is equivalent to something like 10 to 20 hours of remote. Okay. So
Wow.
if you want the same efficiency of contact mode, you need to run remote for 10 to 20 hours for the same efficiency.
Wow. Okay. Wow.
But remote is fascinating, it's really
It
fascinating
is.
because you are not connected. You are not connected. Even when I'm talking to you right now, I am on remote mode. It's running since 2 days for me. So this is fascinating for me. I had been suffering with pneumonia and I ignored it for some time now. And few conditions made me look on the internet, and I found out it is pneumonia. Then yesterday I scanned myself on Spooky 2 Generator X, and it gave me pneumonia. It gave me the frequency for that, right? And since yesterday, I'm running programs on remote and contact mode. So just before the session, I was doing contact mode, and now during the session, I'm doing remote mode. So since yesterday, it's like 30% improvement just since yesterday.
Wow.
So breathing is
And
lot
you can
better.
physically feel it in your, you can feel the
Yes,
improvement almost immediately.
yes, yes. Especially contact mode. Remote mode will take little more time for you to feel it,
Yeah.
but both are different modalities, Shanti. Both are different. When you're talking about contact mode, you are giving electricity in your body, right?
Yes, sure.
See, some people are too sensitive to electricity, and some people are too sensitive to remote session, the scalar field. So both are different modalities, but they both ultimately are doing good for you. That's important.
Right. Amazing. That sounds really good. I mean,
Yeah,
it's amazing that that you guys have actually been able to really reach the world, basically, because that's what it is. It really is reaching everyone in the world. So it doesn't matter
yes,
how, I mean, it would make sense that obviously if it's in contact mode, it would probably be a lot more more work quicker, right?
yeah,
And
yeah,
maybe be more impactful in that moment. That does make sense. But the fact
absolutely.
that you can actually send it out, I mean, literally, you in India right now, if you had a piece of my hair, you could be
You can
working on
do.
me and healing me. It's incredible.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, as you were telling about your friend, so the first thing you got to do before starting to do the rifing work, the frequency therapy work, is most essential part is the 11-day terrain protocol. That is the detox
Hmm.
protocol.
Right.
Now imagine you are more aware than me about the detox. If you go to any spa or something, you want to get the detox, the cost. Okay,
Yes.
so now we are talking about entire detox of your body with just one machine and with your DNA sample. How cool is that?
Right.
You're not connected
Amazing.
at all. So it
Wow.
starts with head, okay, and it goes down, it goes to your kidney, it goes to liver, it clears up the chemical substances we have in the body which are hazardous to us, okay. It goes to the lymphatic system. It does multiple jobs, and it is a 11-day protocol. Usually we don't suggest anyone to rest in between, right? It continues for
Right.
11 days. But if they do get any Herx reaction, which is a side effect of the toxin release from the body, because not everyone has lymphatic system working well, right? So
Yeah.
usually we are sitting and sitting full day. So lymphatic system is choked.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
true.
So it takes time for the toxins to come out. So it is always a good suggestion to take some activated charcoal in the day, or do any detox work, drink lime juice, and there is bentonite clay, few things we recommend at the same time, so that you get the toxin released easily from the body. So this is the preliminary thing you are supposed to do, especially if you are dealing with high stages of cancer. Okay,
Right.
so the body needs
So
lot of support.
that's so I find that interesting as well. So when you obviously, before you go on and before the machine can start healing you, now we're talking of the bigger machines, the more powerful Rife machines, right?
Yeah,
So when it literally first detoxes you, so it's scanning you, or detoxing you literally, and as you say, to assist your body by doing like the activated charcoal, lemon water, bentonite clay, as you say, and then you assisting the body to detox, and then the machine is actually working even while you're sitting there working, even while
yes,
you are sleeping for 11
yes,
days. So that's taking
yes,
place. Yeah.
Yes,
Absolutely.
yes.
Would you recommend at this stage that, I mean, just water, drinking a lot of water? I would imagine
Most
drinking
important.
a lot of,
Most important.
yeah,
See, we have to understand that now we are talking about sort of uh, electrical therapy. Okay. So it is sort of
yeah,
an electrical therapy. Some people do detox with the contact mode also. So the more the water in the body, the better the toxin removal would be. This is most important.
absolutely.
And if you are able to get hold of the structured water, so this is one of the thing you can do with Spooky 2, by the way. You get something called cold laser. You get PEMF coil with the kit. So if I have to tell what all the kit offers, it would be amazing, I'm telling you. So okay, hold your seats. So
I'm pretty sure I know what you're going to be telling me now, so, but I'm interested to hear. Yeah, carry on.
so so you get cold laser and you get PEMF coil. You get the remote treatment accessory, that is the Spooky 2 remote, and then you get the TENS pads for contact treatment. So you have so many therapies in one, right?
Yeah.
So cold laser and PEMF coil are, many times people use for imprinting water. You have heard of
Wow.
imprinting? So you
Yes,
can
absolutely.
charge, or you can say charging the water in simple terms. So you can use cold laser, you can use PEMF to charge the water. The better the water quality, the better the imprint would stay. Okay, please remember. So if it is a chaotic water, it is not going to store the vibrations for long. So you use a good quality water. Usually we prefer distilled water. So and just vortex it. You also get colloidal silver kit. So that is a separate accessory you will have to buy. In that kit, you can make colloidal silver solution. Now you go to the internet and find out the cost of colloidal silver solution. you know,
Yeah, it's expensive. Yeah, I
colloidal
have a little
colloidal
problem
silver.
solving machine. Yeah.
Absolutely. Colloidal silver is a wonder drug. It is a ruthless killer. It's a bacteria killer. I prefer it a lot. During Corona, I had 3 liters of colloidal silver made using the same kit. And we kept on drinking during the Corona. And thanks, we didn't get vaccinated. So
Thanks. Yeah. Thanks.
yeah. So you get colloidal silver kit. So why I'm saying about the colloidal silver kit is you get a magnetic vortex water maker. So it's a stirrer, it's a simple magnetic stirrer. So you can stir the water before starting the imprinting. You can stir the water, create a vortex, and then it will clear all the memory of the water because water contains memory. It can be a good memory, it can be a bad memory.
I'm not sure if that's me. Just want to check who this is. Okay. I think Siddhesh disappeared. I wasn't sure if it was me. Morna, can you? I've got you in the back there. Okay, thank you. I'm looking. Wasn't quite sure. All right. Well, let's hope that he's going to be joining us soon again because I know that we were having a little bit of connection issues before we started. But wow, this is incredible because what he's really saying now is that you can actually use these machines as well to create a imprint in water, in the water we're using. And obviously, if we're using a better quality water, then the imprint will last longer, and then you're actually consuming water with a better quality. So yeah, sorry, oh my goodness, we're just trying to see what's happening here and where he is. So just give us a moment, guys. I'm not quite sure where Dr. Siddesh has got to. But yeah, as I was saying, and I mean, if we're just looking at the remote as well, I mean, I find that absolutely fascinating that we are, that we can take your DNA, take a sample DNA, no matter where in the world you are. I could be in South Africa, you could be in America or China, wherever. And you just by placing a fingernail, blood, saliva, anything like that, a piece of hair in the little remote, you are actually able to help somebody else. You can obviously read what's wrong with them, and then you are able to help them with the machine as well. All right, he says he's trying to join. He's trying to join back now again. So let's hope we're going to get him back. Otherwise, okay, hang on. Otherwise, I'll be sitting here just talking about things that I know very little about. And this is really actually a very, very fascinating little machine. And then also, as I was saying about the water, the imprinting in the water. So literally everything that we can do with energy frequency medicine. And it really is the new way, the new type of the medicine of the future. So we're able to then literally use this and get rid of all that other crap that we've been using, for such a long time, the chemicals. There's a lot of chemicals that we're putting into our body that is unnecessary. That's really, in my opinion, making us sick. Anything to do with big pharma and chemicals is literally creating more issues in the body than what it's healing. And it really just is my wish that everyone actually move over to this sort of stuff. So let's see where he is, guys. In the meantime, I think Mornay can just play Spooky 2 ad while we try and get him to rejoin.
Hello, spooky friends! I want to tell you about Grandpa's healing machine. Oh, how about this one? Hello, this is Grandpa's cat, Timmy. And one day, he had a big thing in her eye like this. And with Grandpa's healing machines, he healed the eye, and tomorrow later, the eye was totally better. Come on, this is Grandpa's magic room. Well, look at all his magic. But the best magic thing is this.
Hello, spooky friends. My name is Peter, and I would like to talk about my experience with Spooky 2. I have the equipment about 2 years, more than 2 years. And I have lots of success stories. It's good to have a chart who you're healing with what generator. You want to know the number corresponding to the software. I have some disappointments, but at the end I have to say Spooky works.
Okay, it doesn't seem like we're having much luck with Siddesh rejoining. I'm just very happy. Spooky 2. Spooky 2 machines are better than the internet. Right. So I think I'm going to give it, we're going to play another ad. Morne, do you have another ad there? I'm just going to give us maybe another 5 minutes to see if he can join, if he's still able to join. I'm not sure what's happening here. Yeah. Okay, guys. It doesn't seem that we're having much luck here. So, and unfortunately, we're not able to get him back on again right now. So I'm going to have to chat with him. And he says he's trying to join, but he can't actually join. See, he says that he's having problems. So what I'm going to do then is I'm going to call it a day for Spooky 2 right now, and hopefully we'll be able to get him back. But in the meantime, I really hope that has actually been sufficient information that at least gets us intrigued, that these guys there are these amazing people out there that are creating these systems for us, so that we can use them and no longer go, be using this big pharma stuff, the chemicals, etc., that we're putting into our bodies all the time. That the home Rife machines are available. It's not, and I know in the past there were. I know I've been going on Rife machines for since long ago. One of my friends actually had one in Namibia, but you could only really use it through a therapist or a natural doctor of sorts or something. And what's happening now is that they're actually making them available for home use. And if you guys have been watching our adverts and stuff with them as well, they're working for animals. They're using them on animals, cats, dogs, humans, babies, grannies, grandpas, everything. So I'm hoping that we'll be able to get, okay, well, Morne's got another second ad ready. He's been working ferociously in the background. So let's see. Hang in there with me, guys, please. Thank you. Cheers. It's dry fasting day today, so I'm just like taking teeny tiny sips. And Morne is frantically working in the background. But apparently someone doesn't want us to be talking about Spooky 2. But it's okay. We'll carry on. We'll hang in here for a little while longer. Cool. Thanks, Morne.
Hi. About a week ago, I felt like I was getting a bladder infection. I was surprised at this because it had been over 30 years since my last one. As the evening went on, the pain increased. And even though I had started drinking cranberry juice and more water, by 4 a.m. I was in pretty good pain and going little bits quite often. But I got the idea to program my Rife machine, my Generator X Pro actually, for bladder infection. Since I have my generators set up all the time, it was easily done, and I was amazed at how fast the Rifing took away the bladder pain. I was able to go to sleep that night, and now it did not totally heal the infection immediately, but it did help with the pain to keep it down, and it helped me to heal faster. Believe me, I was thrilled for having my Rife machine to help with this issue. So I thought I would pass this along for others in case they get a bladder infection and they can help themselves. Have a great day. Bye.
Hello.
Look, he's back.
Yeah, I'm back.
Yeah.
This
Yeah, she
internet
really gave
is-
me a heart attack. Yeah.
it happens all the time. So frequency therapy is
Okay,
needed. Many places
just
we
have-
need frequency therapy.
But we're just happy that the Spooky 2 frequencies are better than the internet. So You were talking about the water, the
Yeah.
machine actually being able to imprint the water as well, which is really fascinating.
Absolutely.
Because, you know, we're looking also, we were looking at stuff on the old world, which is Tartaria, right? I watched the whole Tartaria series, I don't know, maybe a year and a half ago. And in ancient times, water therapy was something that was really, really highly revered. And I do the Tibetan singing bowls. I play them.
Oh,
And
wow.
I do that with the water. So, I mean, even though I don't drink tap water, I get bottled water. And I put it in my canister, and I will always sit there with my little singing bowl, ting, 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 around it.
Absolutely.
And I truly believe that it works. It's amazing. But anyway,
So you
glad
are
to have you
basically
back.
I'm back. So you are basically structuring the water with singing bowls.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
And you can add any frequency from the database, Spooky 2 database. It has something like 72,000 programs inside. Okay. So you can add any frequency to the water. Any frequency you can add.
Wow. So I'm interested. I'm interested about that. When you say you can add any frequency, so are you saying that if somebody has cancer, or if somebody has multiple sclerosis, or if somebody has, like the lady before, a bladder infection, you can add a specific frequency to the water that's going to aid that particular condition? Wow, that's amazing.
Yes.
So it's specific to the condition. Wow.
Yes. You know, the modality I was talking about, that is the scalar modality, Spooky 2 scalar. So in that, apart from the biofeedback scanning feature, you can imprint the frequencies in water. Okay. And also it is customized to your body. So while you are sleeping in the scalar field, while you are sitting in the scalar field, you can put any molecule. Say it is a chemo drug. You can keep any chemo drug on the scalar coil, and another coil you can keep the water. When you buy a scalar unit, you get two boxes. Okay. So one is placed here, one is placed here. And a person is sitting in between while getting the therapy. So you can also put a molecule on the scalar coil, and another coil you can keep the water, in which you can imprint the frequencies. Now here is the best part. While you are sitting in the scalar field, the scalar field contains your information to the water also. So it is a customized therapy. Not only chemo drug therapeutic effect is benefited by your body, but your body is able to receive it better because your signal is already imprinted inside the water. So this makes Scalar very special. Okay.
So let's say, I mean, when just speaking on, if we're looking at Dr. Masara Emoto, I think.
Yes.
Masura the guy that wrote
Emoto, yes.
The Hidden Messages in Water. And I want to just say it to you guys, if any of you guys have not read that book, you really should read it. It's The Hidden Messages of Water. And what they did was he went to the different lakes, oceans, wherever, and they gathered water, they froze them, and then with a high velocity camera, whatever it was they used, they were then able to take photographs of the crystals that the water formed. And if the water was coming from a good, beautiful source, the crystals were beautiful. And if it was coming from old, nasty stuff, that crystal was very fragmented and very, very sort of broken down.
Ugly. Absolutely.
And remember, even one, they would put, what they were doing, the experiments, they would put like water bottles, and they would say, like, you walk past them and you say, I hate, and got to tell you, with one of my workshops, I did this. This was one of the stuff that my students did. And when the minute the water was near a microwave, anything, that the plant, whatever they were growing in there, was it was rice actually as well. It went off very quickly. But the minute
Yes.
it was closer to just more natural frequencies and stuff like that, it's amazing
Absolutely.
because then it actually
Absolutely.
gives it that structure and it gives it
Absolutely.
that essence of wholeness and wholesomeness and healing. And what Caleb is saying, it gives water targeted purpose, which is, I like that word. So in other words, you're targeting the water for a
Absolutely.
specific purpose. Can I ask you this? So if you're taking those damaged crystals and stuff like that, the damaged water, can you actually imprint a positive imprint into the damaged water?
See,
I know
you
you
will
said
have
it's not
to,
going to last
I
very long.
agree. You have
Yeah.
to, absolutely, it won't last very long. So that is why, just giving a simple example with respect to human being, when I have to learn something which is going to be beneficial in my life. Okay. So I have to unlearn something which is not useful to be
Yeah,
able to create,
exactly.
the neural capacity to hold the charge for my higher purpose. Okay.
Right.
So if I don't declutter my brain, I'm not going to receive the signal very well, or it is not going to be held strongly by my brain at all. It will go off very soon. Okay.
Right.
So that is why that is why I said you have to vortex the water, you have to make it clean. You have to remove the
Yes.
previous memory, erase everything, and then rewrite. Okay.
Wow.
We
And then
we
the
can't.
machine can actually erase that memory. These Spooky 2 machines can actually erase the memory, and then
Absolutely.
you can
You get a
imprint
stirrer. You get a stirrer and you start rotating the water. Okay. So when the
Wow.
water rotates, the memory goes off. So that is the
Wow.
procedure we have to follow. So when you buy the
That's
colloidal
amazing.
silver kit, it is very inexpensive. It is not much. And you can make any amount of colloidal silver. They do give you silver rods also. So everything is
Do you guys
available with the
actually
kit.
have the colloidal silver kits? Do you actually sell the colloidal silver
Yeah.
kits?
Yes.
Huh.
It is there. It is there.
Euro? I'll buy one of those, thanks. I know Eura's in the chat. I'll take a colloidal silver kit, thanks, Eura.
Wonderful, wonderful. See, Yura, I'm doing a good job.
Yeah, Eura, he's doing a great job. Yeah, that's amazing. I didn't know that about these machines. So I'm
Yes,
because water is so important. I mean, as women, I know our
absolutely,
bodies contain around about
absolutely.
80% water. I know men it's somewhat less. I know people are always arguing about that.
Yeah.
But either way, water is so, and I think energy moves through water 4 times faster than
Yes,
what it does
yes,
through air. So when
yes,
you actually using, the energy flow along with structured water.
yes,
And yeah, Caleb's also saying, and I know Caleb is a very, very clued up with these things. Resurrect fractured water. So it is actually amazing that we are actually able to do this after really these guys who are running the show have destroyed so much good on our planet, and
yes,
it's really good to know that we can then resurrect and restructure our
absolutely.
water in a really beautiful way. Wow, that's good to know.
So this is you can make your structured water. Even you can do the imprinting using the scalar field. As I told you, if one purchases the scalar, you get 3 modes with that. Okay, basically you can use the scalar unit in 3 ways. Either you can sleep in the scalar field. It is the simplest of all. Second mode is the molecular scalar, wherein you can put any medicine, any supplement on one of the coil, and then you can sit inside the field and you can get the therapeutic benefit of that medicine. Okay, because it's the simplest way to get the effect of the medicine without any side effects. So that
Wow.
is one thing I would like to stress here. When you are doing frequency therapy, you are getting no side effects at all if you do it
Right.
perfectly right. Okay. And the best part about frequency therapy is either it is a hit or a miss. It works or it
Right.
doesn't work. It's that simple.
Yeah.
Because our body is intelligent enough to reject what is negative. Body will not take it. If it doesn't need it,
Right.
then the frequencies will pass my body. Again, giving the example of a friend who is nothing for me. So
Yeah.
that person is speaking and it just goes over my brain. I don't receive the signal.
Just give me mental trauma. Yeah.
So, so that is about Scalar. Now, the third modality Spooky 2 offers is the plasma modality. Okay. The plasma modality is basically the ionized gas which passes your skin, and it has a deeper penetration. I should say the deepest penetration, and it is the modality usually we recommend for higher stages of cancer. Okay. So the person can get huge benefit by using plasma in such cases if it is literally the last stage of the disease. So plasma is the only way you can reverse the thing, or you can stop from getting into any bad position from there onwards. Okay, so plasma
Right.
is the next modality which we recommend, and it is very powerful modality. Now coming to the magnetic field. Now, Magic Pro, which is the Miramate's latest edition, this is the Magic Pro, which is the PEMF mat. So, why this Magic Pro is so powerful? That is first thing I should explain here. The first thing is people already know what magnetic field is all about and how powerful it is in resurrecting the body, okay, in healing the bones, for inflammation work. So the magnetic fields are very strong. The next important point about magnetic field is that these are not stopped by the body does not know how to stop magnetic field. That is the reason it gets deeper. It has a very deeper penetration. That is the beauty of magnetic field. Another thing about magnetic field is pure love. Okay,
Yeah.
magnetic field is healing in nature by default, right? It
Yeah.
activates your mitochondria, as does the scalar field. Scalar also activates your mitochondria. Even the cold laser also activates your mitochondria, right? It has photons, the red photons. So the magnetic field is easily penetrated in the body, and hence it is very powerful. That is one thing. Now, how powerful is Magic Pro? It's a long mat. Okay, your entire body can be covered, no issue. The best part about Magic Pro is that you can play any music through the Magic Pro. Now, that sounds interesting,
Wow.
because if you have made your own music for the healing work, like you are saying, you have Tibetan singing bowls, right? So
Yeah.
now I give you one simple example with respect to your expertise. You record your session of Tibetan singing healing, the entire session, and record it in a very good quality, probably FLAC format, which is the flawless audio format, and play it through the Magic Pro. So when you buy Magic Pro, you also get mini audio player. Okay, so you can play any frequencies, any music through Magic Pro. That means that music gets converted to magnetic field in your body. Now just imagine how powerful this is going to be. When you are sleeping with your sound system on, you are listening to the audio of your Tibetan singing session, and
Yeah.
then at the same time you are getting that frequency converted to magnetic field throughout your body. You are going to get goosebumps. I'm
Hang
telling
on.
you.
Let me just see if I'm understanding you correctly. When you say to play it through the Magic Pro, are you saying that while I'm listening to the sound of whether it's my singing bowls or other high vibrating music, right? And at the same time, I'm using the Magic Pro, it's going to be converting that sound into frequencies for my body.
Okay, so I should correct myself here. It is not compulsory to listen to the sound, because
Right?
sound is being given through the audio player to the
Right.
Magic Pro. Okay,
Right.
so
Okay.
I'm just saying, while you listen to the sound and you are also getting magnetic field therapy, it is going to be double powerful.
Yeah.
Okay,
Wow.
it's not mandatory to listen to the sound. No. So
Right.
this is, and another thing is, the magnetic field height is up to uh, 15 inches from the base, from the mat. 15 inches, so it will cover your entire body, and you can confirm it with a coil tester they give you. You can confirm the sound. You can easily confirm it is working till that height. So it is really
Wow.
powerful, really powerful.
That's
So you
incredible.
can
So
play
really,
any music. Yeah. Tell me.
wow, that's incredible. So that's what I was going to say. Any music, really, any sound. I mean, I'm just wondering, and yeah, I mean, but by the same token, I'm hoping, let's say someone is playing, because we know that sound has different frequencies, and there's certain sound music that is really good for the body and is very healing. But what about destructive sounds? I mean, we also get this horrific music with this terrible destructive
Absolutely.
frequencies. I would imagine that's going to be as impactful on the negative level then, right?
Absolutely. Why not? Yes, yes. So that is why you have to be selective when playing the sounds. So when you buy Magic Pro, they give you, I think, 5 audios already inbuilt. So you can safely play, like for angelic connection, they give you sound for the pain relief, they give you sound for general healing. Okay, and there are few more. These are very powerful ones.
Wow.
And I had, viral infection some months back. So that was the time I had got the Magic Pro. And viral infection will pull your body down. You will be lack of energy.
Yeah.
So I just slept on the Magic Pro with the general pain relief, general healing music, and in half an hour my body was like 70% up. So my all body aches were gone. It's really powerful. Magnetic field is really powerful modality.
Wow. So you actually receive the frequencies, the sound, you receive the sound, the audio when you make the purchase of the Magic Pro.
Yes, 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 yes.
Wow.
So
That's
and
amazing.
there is an option. They also give you SD card. You can save your music in that. Okay, it's very easy to do that. You take the SD card, save your own music, whether it is pure frequency or sets of frequencies or your own Tibetan singing bowl meditation music. You can just put everything on the SD card and select from the music player, audio player, and then you can get the benefit easily. So it's highly customizable. That is the beauty of Spooky 2 products. All the products are customizable. You can do a lot with these products. Okay, you can play around with these products. These are not black box products. You have the full
Yeah,
liberty to change anything, play anything. You are responsible. That's simple.
absolutely. It's, we always have the choice, right? We have the choice
Yes,
as to how we use it. And that's the bottom
yes,
line.
yes,
Wow. That's absolutely incredible. Sure. How interesting. And I sincerely hope that our viewers have certainly been as informed with this interview as what I am. I think that's the only way informed, because it really is amazing.
yes.
What is available to us out there. We do not have to be running off to all sorts of chemical labs to
Yeah.
make us feel better. which invariably don't make us feel better anyway. And if we're just prepared to take a little bit of time and make an investment in ourselves, because this is truly what this is. It's an investment in yourself. It's an investment in your health.
Absolutely.
You know, if we don't have our health, you are someone who's been in pain for a long time. You are someone who lives in constant pain, how debilitating that is, or just with constant low energy, whether it's depression, whether it's, and this stuff is also working on emotional levels, right? It's not just working on the physical pain or the physical discomfort or the physical ailments, but it's also working on emotional levels, right? So it also helps to alleviate depression and stuff like that. And I'm going to say, I think, and you know, nothing like this is a quick fix. We also have to take the responsibility to work with you guys and, you know, the products that you're offering. We can't just lie there on the bed, carry on drinking one bottle of whiskey after the other, or 7 Cokes a day, or whatever it might be, and expect the machine to fix us. It's a co-creative experience. We make the decision to heal. We make the decision to understand our body is the most precious gem that we will ever possess, and it's designed to heal itself. It really is. I've healed myself from breast cancer. At the same time, I was bitten by a black widow spider. By rights, I should be dead, and I knew that my body was designed to heal itself. So I work with it. And I also understand that a lot of other people, you know, don't have that understanding, or they don't have the faith that I've always had. I know that as a healer for many years. But I also understand that when we work together with something like this, your product is an absolute, it gives us that, it's a catalyst, right? And it teaches us how to use our own energy again. It teaches us how to value our God-given gift. And it's right, Caleb is saying it's a symphony. You know, it's a symphony of energy, the sound, it's a symphony of sound, frequency, vibration that really uplifts us again to the way that God intended us. Yeah, absolutely.
That's true. That's true.
Dr. Siddhesh, I don't know, is there anything else that you have to say before we end off for today? I know we've had a little just with this internet, and thank goodness. And now I'm so happy that we waited and for this, because I've really enjoyed the second half of our conversation as well, in terms of the water and stuff like that.
Yeah. So basically, you have different kinds of modalities with Spooky 2. You get the healing modalities, you get the killing modalities, you get the combination of these modalities. So there are many products you can purchase, many things you can do. And even there is one portable unit which is called HEWA. It's HEAWEA, HEWA. So it's, the portable unit they sell, which is for I think nearly 500 450 USD or something, and it's portable. You can hang it here, and then you can get the contact mode treatment. So that is only for the contact mode treatment, and it does not offer you the biofeedback scanning. Okay, so there are many devices they are offering, and all have their own positives and negatives, and there are so many things to be achieved. So if you get benefit, we usually recommend to start your rifing journey with Generator X Pro Kit. That is the product I recommend always. Okay, because it offers you very fast biofeedback scan. That is one thing people want. People don't want to be sitting for half an hour or 45 minutes to perform the scan. So we usually recommend starting with Generator X Pro Kit, so that you get fast biofeedback capability, and also you are able to get the molecular frequencies. So molecular weight frequencies are the frequencies we convert. There are calculations in the software which converts molecule to frequency. So any molecule you think of, any supplement, you can get the effect in terms of frequency, and people are giving wonderful reviews. So it's one package for everything. So that is the best part.
And you're saying that the software, obviously once you buy these machines, obviously the software has to be updated, and the software is free from you guys. So once you bought the hardware, the software is
Yes,
coming
yes,
free of
yes,
charge whenever
yes.
it needs to be updated.
Regular updates, absolutely.
Right. That's
So
very
that is
cool.
one good thing.
Wow.
The only thing is, currently it works only on Windows system, right? So with some technical, virtual environment, you can also run it on a Linux system, but usually we recommend Windows for avoiding any problems. So it very well works on Windows operating system.
Wow. Well, I think we've all learned a lot here today, and as I said, I really hope everyone makes a conscious choice at some point just to move over. Something which I want to actually ask you. We deal a lot with people that a lot of the people on our channel. I don't know if you know, but we deal a lot with like people that have been very badly abused in the system. Terrible stuff has happened to them. Lots of childhood trauma, which has obviously created a lot of mental issues. Like we're talking bipolar personality issues, stuff like that. What do you say to people who have had these types of experiences in life and like really right now are relying on very, very heavy meds such as lithium, stuff like that? What do you say to people who've experienced these things? Because I know a lot of our viewers are very they're understanding these conditions as well.
Absolutely. That is a very good point you have raised, Chantil. I'm really thankful for that. See, one thing we have to understand is like one situation is the person has already gone through that trauma. Okay. One situation is that I have some programs in my body running which invite that trauma.
Yeah, and the attraction, right? It's almost like there's an imprint in you. And, when we understand law of attraction and law of correspondence, that imprint in you is going to find others with that similar imprint. And then you keep reliving those experiences, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. The chain is not broken. It's the cord is not cut yet. Okay. So being a healer, I can just tell you that a person who has suffered from those issues, once they start performing biofeedback scan on their body, and there is a catch you have to understand here. Working with rifing is like peeling every layer of onion. Okay?
Yes.
The deeper you go, the more tears you are going to get, right? And the deepest of the layer is going to be the real cause of the issue. Okay?
Right.
Real cause
the center
of
of the
health
onion.
concern. Absolutely.
Center
absolutely.
of the onion.
So biofeedback scanning, once you start performing, first time you scanned and did the killing, we call it killing. Okay, the one session of treatment, we call it killing. The second session, third session, fourth session, as you progress, you're going to see you are becoming emotionally more stable, right? Because the stressors have gone down, so the body's healing ability is up, stressors are down. So it's all about the balance. Which person wins, stressor or the inner healing? So what we are trying to do here is we are trying to reduce the stressors and trying to increase your inner healing by doing multiple things. Either you do the killing work, or you can support inner healing itself by sleeping in the scalar field. So if a person who is completely emotionally damaged, I would suggest go for scalar modality. Okay. So this is how you continue your biofeedback work. Another thing is, before biofeedback, when you do the detox protocol, it is going to burst out your multiple emotions. Okay. So it is going to be a tremendous change in your body. It can release many emotional trauma on itself, on its own. That is the detox protocol, which is very powerful. Okay, so that is the beginning of the rifing work. Then you do the targeted work. You go for the biofeedback scanning and start working on your body, and you will see suddenly the person will feel more calm, more centered, even
Absolutely.
sitting in the
Absolutely.
storm.
Yep.
So
I
you have
totally
to
get that.
reduce the stressors.
I so agree with that, because the minute, and that I think for me is a big thing, because as a healer and as someone who understands energy as well, I've understood that, and that's been a big part of my teaching over the years. However, obviously, when it comes to people who've been severely traumatized, and I'm talking satanic ritual abuse, I'm talking
Yes.
pedophilia, I'm talking molestation, I'm talking rape, I'm talking horrible things that tiny
Yes.
children
Yes.
experience. And I know that
Root
you
chakra.
can't, exactly, in a massive way, destroy, because that's the first thing these guys do, is they destroy
Absolutely.
that root chakra. And they will do
Yes.
whatever they can to destroy the root chakra, right?
Yeah.
So,
Yes.
and I know it's very difficult when you're dealing with people who've had this, and specifically had entities attached to them, in order to make sure that that person will not get the healing that they need, unless it's very, very, I want to say, intelligently and effectively done. So the first thing we have to do, is, as you say, is get that person into a space where they can start feeling better, because your feelings are your fuel.
Yes.
So the minute they start feeling calm, then you can start bringing in the other frequencies that are then going to bring in the healing. That is so good to know. That is so good to know. That this is
another thing I just want to add here. We all are aware that clockwise adds and anti-clockwise subtracts. It neutralizes. So usually people who have this satanic position or whatever, their chakras, they start rotating opposite side. Okay, so instead of giving the energy to organs, they start sucking up energy from the body. It's the pulling starts happening. So the scalar field, I believe scalar field is the one which is actually restoring your spin balance. Your body will start behaving in the normal fashion, and when that starts happening, the person will be able to disconnect from that energy completely. I believe this is how it should work. Okay. So there is
absolutely.
a lot more to this technology, but all open to experimentation, and people are giving wonderful reviews. So something is indeed happening, and we all have to participate in this. That's all.
And I'm also looking at Caleb here, when we're looking at combat stress. Now we're talking about military people as well, the military. I know we always joke with the way I pronounce military. Okay, it's South African military and military in America, military.
Military.
Yeah. So obviously there's a lot of men that have been fighting disgusting wars and have had a lot of PTSD rather, for combat stress. So are you saying that this is a good thing? This is working for that type of PTSD as well?
Absolutely. Why not? Yes, it will. See, another thing is, I didn't mention till now, you have multiple numbers of healing programs inside the database. Okay. So there are programs for erasing negative thoughts. There are programs for chakra healing. There are programs for solfeggio, Schumann resonance. There are multiple programs, and you can start working on every chakra. You can start working with your belief systems. You have emotional pattern release frequencies, the frequencies which usually keep us tired in our life. We are not open to any treatments. So you have to release your emotional charge to get any healing done. So there
Yes,
are multiple
absolutely.
frequencies, multiple frequencies for balancing the
Well,
brain, left and right hemisphere. There are so many things you can do.
right. And the minute that, and in a minute, and in the minute that that core center of the human being is then, you find your center again. That's
Yes.
when the true healing
Yes.
can occur. So the
Yes.
frequencies will help you to eliminate those negative patterns. And then
Absolutely.
when you find your core center again, then it can start bringing in the other healing that is required as well. And therefore, it kind of like starts retraining the brain to think differently.
Yes.
And
Yes.
to
Another beautiful thing I must tell you, Shantil, there is, I am a scientist first, and many things we are working on parallelly. I'm working with a lady in Germany, I think, and she sent me some images. So we are doing some research together, and she sent me images after biofeedback scanning and before biofeedback scanning. So what images basically, are you aware of the Kirlian photography, the biowell camera? Have you heard of that?
No,
Okay.
no.
So it's a very powerful device which can give you aura images. Okay. It can give you the chakra positions, how the chakras are, how much away they are from the center. You talk the word how centered we are, right? So the chakras, how far away they are from the center, that can be seen easily from the Kirlian photography. So that
Right.
lady sent me few images that before the biofeedback scanning, chakras were way apart from the center, and after biofeedback scanning, please note that was not even the therapy. This was just a biofeedback scanning, which also can be called as a minute therapy. It's a very little current, subtle current. So after the therapy, after the biofeedback scanning, her chakras came closer to the center.
Wow.
That is one indication that stressors are getting dealt with. This is just the beginning, not the end.
Right.
Okay, so
Right.
that is why I told you, if we take care of the stressors, yeah, we are back. So that is why, if we take care of the stressors, then body's inner healing starts working on its own, and we are already intelligent beings. We are the gods, and we know how to help ourselves. Okay.
Exactly. And this is a tool to
All
get
right.
us there. And I just,
Absolutely,
Linda,
you
thank
can.
you so much.
Yeah,
Linda,
you
you
can.
always on
You
our,
can approach me.
yeah. Okay. So, and I know Yura is who I work with as well. If you guys, if you guys want to have any questions around any of these machines or anything, you're welcome to contact me. I can then put you in touch with Dr. Siddesh and Yura, who's in the chat room. She's incredibly helpful. And wow,
Absolutely.
you guys are really an amazing bunch of people to work with. I can highly
Thank
recommend
you.
not just your machines, but the people as well who create this. And I know I've had John White on the show a couple of times as well. Really amazing human being. But I would love to have you back again, Dr. Siddesh,
My
for a
pleasure.
future show.
Anytime. Anytime.
Yeah,
Anytime.
we can. It's so good to be able to talk about these things. And as Caleb says, thank you for making this available to the masses, because this is what we need, right?
Yes.
This is truly what we need.
Yes.
And I want to highly recommend that everyone takes a peek into these things. It is the Black Friday deal this week. So I don't know if Mornay just wants to pop just the details up again of your website and stuff like that. And then we can certainly take it from there. So,
and
thank
if
you
anyone needs any training, one-on-one training, I offer one-on-one training also. Okay. So if you want from the very basic level till the advanced level, you can approach easily.
That'll be wonderful. Thank you so much. Thank you, guys. And anyone wanting to purchase one, drop my name. You can drop my name with Spooky 2 as often as you like. And also for your free gift for the Black Friday, just go Chantel free, okay, and you'll get your special gift from Spooky 2 as well. I'm very grateful for you guys. Thank you so much. And yeah, thank you for making this available to us all. And I just want to ask you guys to share this to family and friends and whoever needs help and with health, both spiritual, as we know, energetic, as Dr. Siddhesh was talking about the chakras now with the Carillion imagery as well. We're seeing these things. Yeah, I know that as aura photography or energy photography. And emotional well-being, mental well-being, and of course physical well-being. So we're working on all the levels of healing. Yeah, get rid of that big pharma crap, throw it down the toilet, flush it, let it never ever see the light of day again. Take a risk. Take a risk, you know.
Absolutely.
It's a beautiful risk to take, as the risk of just healing your body from the inside out.
Investment for the future, right? It is investment for the future, for your entire family.
Absolutely. I would absolutely agree with that. Yay. Thank you, guys. God bless you all. Take care. And Dr. Siddhesh, I would definitely like to have you back
so
again.
much.
Maybe a month or two from now. Yeah, absolutely. I'd love to have you, and then we can talk about what else is going on. And I would love to hear from people in our audience as well. Those that are in our audience. I know there've been quite a few people that have purchased these machines from our stuff that we've been putting out there, and who are actually willing to talk about your journey and maybe do a little testimonial of sorts. We certainly looking at that now as well. So thank you, guys. Take care and look forward to seeing you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.